The NFL playoffs are here, and this matchup on Wild Card Weekend is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Dolphins and the Raiders on Sunday night primetime.
Now, from the home of the Raiders since 2020, we're in... Third and final of the games today, this Wild Card Sunday. It might be the best of the bunch. And off we go on EA Sports. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
I remember talking to him earlier this season, Mike, and he emphasized the importance of winning their division. That guarantees you host at least one playoff game. Well, that goal, that's been reached. Now, they have their sights set on something even bigger, but to accomplish that, they're going to have to take advantage of this opportunity right here in front of them. That starts by doing whatever it takes over these next couple hours to extend their season by one more week.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Catch made right side by Wilson. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up third down.
It's 3rd and 7.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And with a flag down, he goes down. They get him for the sack, and that flag is probably on the offense as well. On fourth down, they'll turn to Ryan Stonehouse here to punt. This is taken at his own 30. And he'll be brought down. Short return, and they'll take over there. The Miami offense will make their way onto the field. They'll be led out by the young man in his second season in the NFL.
Getting your team to the playoffs, Mike, that's a massive accomplishment for any quarterback. But if he wants to take them on a deep run, can he find the balance of playing mistake-free football while also maintaining that aggressive approach that has gotten them here in the first place? It's certainly not going to be easy. This place is going to be rocking, and their opponents, they have championship aspirations of their own. But as long as he doesn't let the moment get too big for him, his team's going to have a shot to move on to next week.
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. Thank God.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. Oh, got him again the second time with a sack on this opening drive. Following the play, we've got a Raider who is shaken up down there. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Raiders offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Here's a first carry for their running back, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4, and it leads to 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Makes it 3rd and 7.
And movement up front. And that's our first time tonight to check in with our referee. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And they will continue to go backwards. He's taken down for a sack.
The best thing they did here, Mike, is keep their rush lane integrity. What that means is you have to rush the quarterback as a unit. Keep him in the pocket. Keep him on that X. And when you do, man, he becomes a sitting duck for this pass rush.
That's taken at about the 14. And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. Now, following the punt return, we have an injured player on the field. This would be a big loss, and we'll see if he can continue here in the divisional round. They'll send a tight end in motion. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down. Now, faking the give. Now a shot here, deep middle. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. He'll drop to throw. He's going to look downfield once again.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
The Raiders offense ready to get back to work. They'll search for the first points of this game as they begin the drive on 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Quick throw, taken in, and he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to throw. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. And that's going to be a 1st down. A pickup of 9.
That's good for Las Vegas. 1st down.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. They're locked in on this drive. 2nd connection for that pair. This one gaining 22.
Mike, you know what we used to call those plays? No, 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 yes. Because that's exactly what was going through the mind of the coach on the sideline when the quarterback decided to throw that ball into really tight coverage.
They'll look to throw yet again. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. Quick throw here is complete. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. 3rd and long. They'll try to set up the screen here.
think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision to make. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Dolphins offense make their way out to take over once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap. The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike, I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Down the field, it's caught on that left sideline. His first catch of the wild card game, and good for a first down.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Look him up on a 2nd down and 8. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Toward the outside. Catch made by Watson. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play in this opening quarter. Here's 1st and 10. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll bring this inside the 15. That's good enough for the first down.
I think this 2nd down call, Mike, they were hoping that at worst they had themselves set up for a 3rd down and short. But there's no need for 3rd down. He was able to get enough on 2nd, and they get a fresh set of downs.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. 2nd down and 3. And that's going to wind up uncatchable out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. They'll come up to 3rd and 3. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Miami. Cameron Dicker, the kicker for the extra point. He's got it. And the Dolphins move out to a 7-3 lead.
Raiders 3.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Raiders offense headed back to take over once more. They trail by 4. A touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with 1st and 10. And they'll mark them down just shy of the 40.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
He's got his man on the in route. Yes, take it in over the middle. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half, and good enough for a 1st down.
49-yard line.
He'll try the right side this time. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning 1st down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, 2nd and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line.
And if he's late with that throw, Mike, there's a really good chance a defender could have made a play on it, but he does a beautiful job. He puts the ball out in front of his shoulder, leads the receiver, and allows him to get upfield and pick up the 1st down. The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is. It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate. Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? This 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
To the air now on 1st and 10. He's going to keep it himself. He's taken down just shy of the 10.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the 1st down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots.
Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him.
He is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together, but they're able to capitalize and finish it off with 6.
The extra point is up and through. And the Raiders are on top. It's now 10-7. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. Return up near the 30-yard line, but that penalty marker could impact the spot. Let's get the call. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. A throw on the move is caught. And it'll be taken down just shy of the 30. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
The trend around the league, Mike, is that we've seen that running back has really turned into a young man's game. And there's something to be said for having some fresh legs, fresh out of college. They love the dynamic ability this guy brings to their rushing attack. And it's clear why.
And the defense was ready for him this time. Did not have the same room to run. That one's no gain. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down. Two minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Back with more of the AFC playoffs after this. Here now, 3rd and 5. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. Trying to find some seam out there, but he will not. They get him behind the line, and 4th down is coming up. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Here's Logan Cook now, as he's on to punt for Miami. And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Raiders offense and their running back getting set for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Now they'll set up to throw. Go right back to Bowers. He's got it again. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line. They'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle. This one is complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this first half. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. He'll drop to throw. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw. Trying to set up the screen, but it is not there. He just had to spike it. It's incomplete, and it'll bring up 4th down. Now Mike Tomlin going to send out the field goal unit. This will be just inside 60, a 59-yard field goal attempt. This one off the upright. He had the distance, but it's no good. And this will stay a 3-point game.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
Back to throw here to begin the drive. He'll go left side here and complete this one. Now Miami going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Coming across the field on target to Brown. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And this is too far over the end line. It's incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5. Out of the gun, he'll throw. And this throw out of the back of the end zone. It's incomplete.
They went for it all on that one and just a little bit off. Ball winds up hitting the ground. They've got to move forward. The opportunities are out there. better execution, better location, and they got some big plays in their future. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well, you're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
And this one is fielded in the end zone, will not be returned. So it'll come out to the 30. Right away, they'll set up to throw. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. They took a shot on the final play. Prayer not answered. And that is how this first half will come to an end.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. This, the last of our 3 games on this Wild Card Sunday. Again, one more to follow tomorrow night as we wrap up an exhilarating 3 days of Super Wild Card Weekend.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. One team advances. One team's season ends here. Second half underway in the AFC wildcard game. Across the 20, they'll mark them down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. The Dolphins offense ready to get going again. They'll have it first in this third quarter. They'll see if they can go about breaking our tie. We're all even at 10 as this drive begins, 1st and 10. Quick throw, taken in, and he won't get away. Good open field tackle there to get him down behind the line. 2nd and 11. He'll look to throw. Open man left side is Brown. He's got it. 3rd and 6. Now he'll air one out. And that is incomplete.
Trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
The home team's offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. A low-scoring game, all tied, third quarter, and a touchdown here could go a long way. See if they can get it on this drive. 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. But now a penalty flag comes in late. He might have been caught with his hands in the cookie jar. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Here's a zone read to start the drive. And now flags fly as a gain of about 4 could be negated.
Offense.
Gets it away quickly, and it's caught.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Going left side down the field, and it's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. They find the end zone through the air. Greg, that is one of the most popular plays because it works so often.
You're right, Mike. We see it all the time. It's a 4 vertical concept. But the key is you've got to stretch the defense and put pressure on the secondary. That's exactly what they were able to do here. They take advantage, and they go deep for 6.
Point after, coming up here. He's got it. And the Raiders go up by 7. It is now 17-10. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. The return starts from the 5. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Out comes Miami and the offense to get started on their next drive. Find themselves trailing 17-10 now as they come up with first down and 10. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And he'll get forward for a couple. It's second down. Again, they'll give it to Charbonnet.
Heck of an effort by this runner, Mike, just to get back to the line of scrimmage. I think most backs around the league, that play would have resulted in a loss, but not this guy. Continued to fight, continued to do everything he could to prevent the loss, but it still stopped for no gain.
He'll air it out down the middle. That is brought in. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 72 yards. Touchdown, Miami. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Dicker, good with the extra point. And the Dolphins will come back to tie things at 17. So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This one taken at the 7. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their big play wide out getting set for their next possession. First and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. He is met and dropped. Good defense. Loss of a couple on that play.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
And off the deflection, it is taken in. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Medical staff will take a look, see if he can continue here in the wild card round. On third down, they'll set up to throw. Quick throw here is complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
That is intercepted. And the Dolphins are going to take over just shy of midfield.
And this is going to go down as a pick, but it really was the pressure defensively that caused the interception. I mean, he was a little sloppy with his fundamentals, but I think it's as a result of the guy in his face led to that ball kind of sailing, inaccurate throw, and that's just really good team defense.
The Dolphins offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
How how often do we see linebackers be so fast trying to track down the ball carrier that they end up actually overrunning the play and allowing the running back to cut back, but not this guy. Does a great job staying in phase, stretching this ball out sideways, and he brings him down for a loss. Man, what a big-time play here by the corner. It feels like he knew that play was coming before the ball was even snapped. You can see he sticks his foot in the ground and bursts. He ends that play before...
And this drive is over before it can start. Swallowed up to force fourth down.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and this quarterback's paying the price for it.
Punt team headed out for the Dolphins. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. Thrown left side, the catch is made. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8. Here's 2nd and 2. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson.
Truth be told, the tight end probably would have been better off dropping that ball. But let's talk about this corner. Not only diagnosing the play, but being physical enough to bring the big tight end down for a loss.
Oh, there's movement up front. That's going to make this 3rd down a lot tougher. So, after the 5 yards walked off, it is 3rd down and 8. Throwing right, it's taken in. And a good short tackle right there. It stops him a good distance short of the marker. It sets up 4th down. The Raiders have their punt team out there. This brought in out past the 20. And how about that? Nice return there, picking his way up past the 35-yard line. The Dolphins offense ready for this next possession. They try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw, still result in a big gain.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. On the handoff, it's Charbonnet. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. This to the right side, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete. We're starting to see a lot of this on 3rd down, Mike, where they're going to rely on the run after catch to pick up these 3rd down conversions. You know what that depends on? You have to actually complete the ball, and in this case, it falls incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And no chance of a run back here. This one's going to sail out of bounds. The home team's offense ready to take over once more. They'll start out 1st down and 10. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. His drive will start on the ground. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe he gets a yard out of that one. It's 2nd down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They'll stick with him again. And he'll have a first down as he gets this up close to the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll stay on the ground. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this third quarter. One quarter remains here in this AFC wildcard matchup. This is the NFL playoffs on EA Sports. Right back to him on first down. Not much developing there. Short pickup. Down to the 47. Here's 2nd and 9. Now this time they'll look to throw. The open man is Wilson. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Throwing now from the gun.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And he'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down. They'll turn and hand this one off. Not much there, maybe a yard.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Wow, an important one coming here. Tie game late. And this is 3rd down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You gotta have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
So, a big one coming for their veteran kicker. This to take the lead here in the 4th. And this one, right down the middle. It's good. And they take the lead here in the 4th quarter.
And this has been such a tight game, but that's a big one right there. I mean, you need a kicker with confidence. Well, this guy, he fits the bill. He steps up and knocks it through to give his guys a lead here in the 4th quarter.
And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to go as we give you a look at the current playoff race. They'll come up here 1st and 10. Starting this drive on the ground, here comes Charbonnet. And some space opens as he's brought down following a gain of 6. He'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. The blitz overwhelming the offensive line, and down he goes.
What really stood out to me, Mike, was the body language of the middle linebacker prior to the ball being snapped. So often we see the guy who's blitzing, they get a little antsy and they tip their hand. But that wasn't the case here. He times it perfectly, nobody accounts for him, and he comes away with the sack. This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, like living in these 3rd and long situations. Must pass is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And Good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. The home team's offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's a short one, caught by Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Now a give on the ground. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
And a good tackle out wide will hold them to a gain of just 3. They face 2nd down and 7. The motion man here is Wilson. On 2nd down, they run the counter. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one. Here's 3rd and 7.
Brings up 3rd down and 7.
Now they'll set up to throw. Open man, left side. He's got it. 18 yards on the connection. First down, Vegas. They'll run. He'll try the left side now. Trying to find somewhere to move forward, but nothing going. Tackle for the loss of a yard. Lost 1 on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. 2 minutes remain in the 4th quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off. After this, it is 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the rush gets there. Down he goes. And we'll see a timeout used by the defense, stopping it right out of the break. 1:57 to go in the game. Oh, he had the distance, but it doinks off the upright. No good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
They're just trying to extend the lead here, and this is definitely one they're going to want to have back.
The visitors' offense about ready to take over once more. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down. He'll drop to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. Noise reverberating off the roof. Very loud before 3rd down. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
That's going to be pulled in by Brown. And he'll take it on in. Dyami Brown. Touchdown, Dolphins.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. Two guys clearly on the same page. Quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
Dicker now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Dolphins have taken a 4-point advantage.
Raiders 20.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. Now return coming from the 7. And this will wind up working out well. He's going to take it up to the 40-yard line. Good return. The Raiders offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. A quick throw, that's complete on the slant. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. Now timeout Vegas. That is their second. They get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining. That's to the right side and caught by Bowers. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Medical staff going to take a look, see if he can continue here in this wild card round. 2nd and 6 coming up. They'll look to throw again. And that ball led him too far, maybe too wide. Out of bounds, incomplete. Now, a big 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Back to throw. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. That's the safety, Jesse Bates, to the 20. And he's going to bring this one back the distance. Touchdown, Miami. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way, a back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
Going after now from Dicker. The kick is good. And the Dolphins will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He's to midfield. They're going to be set up with a short field. What a tremendous kick return.
And typically, Mike, you don't find yourself in the playoffs unless all season long you've gotten contributions from your special team. So here's a big one in the return game. I mean, this is something that has been a priority all season long, and they nearly sprung him.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Right back to the air following that pick 6. And this is going to be a touchdown. Hold everything. They are not done yet.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
So certainly some importance to this one now. after the touchdown, they could get this down to a field goal with a 2-point conversion. That is incomplete, and the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
All right, so ultimately, it's a successful play. That's a win for the defense. But that was very close, Mike, to being a 4-point swing. So instead of the offense securing 2 points on that try, if he's able to secure that interception and take it the other way, he would have gotten 2 points for the defense. That was their last shot. They've got no timeouts left. Now the offense could just simply come take the field. Best play in football, Mike. Victory formation, take a couple knees, get on with the win.
The Dolphins offense ready to get back at it. They'll have a short field looking to build on the lead. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee.